welcome back to the Library of Parthos. My name is Sarah, and today we are unboxing the December boxes for Owlcrate and Illumicrate. After this, I should be all caught up, thankfully. So let's go ahead and dig into these boxes, and we should be getting the last of the Perfect Pairings pin collection and the pin banner if we're lucky. So let's go ahead and dive in, starting with Owlcrate. The first item in this box is this desk mat, which, gauging by the mushrooms and the rings and the Hobbit doors on it, I believe this is a Lord of the Rings inspired one. Let's open it up and take a look. So this is super cute. I feel like I need to use it somewhere in this room given my background, but I don't have a computer in this room. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I might just use it as a display mat, or I might switch out some of the computer mats that I have elsewhere, but I think this is super cute and I love it so much. The next item inside the box is Oswald's Ornament. This ornament supposedly features all of the young adult books from this year. Oh, that's cute. So there are two different sides to this ornament, so 6 books on each. They are all represented in total. This is super cute. I love it. I don't have a tree in this room, but I was thinking with all the Bookish ornaments that I have that I really need to get one for next year. So this is just more encouragement for me to do that. Next item is a calendar. Aside from the pin banners, I think the calendars are what I look most forward to in these boxes. This is just a little desk calendar. There's nothing crazy on here. There's a couple of quotes, but it is pretty much just a standard calendar with beautiful illustrations in the background. So I'm super excited to have this, and it's here. It's the last Perfect Pairing pin. This is the Raven Boys, and it did come with a pin banner. So let's take a look at that. So this is the pin banner for all 12 Perfect Pairings pins. I love it so much. I'm super excited to hang this up with the suitcases and the books from the last 2 years. And I believe this coming year, 2025, they're like little potion bottles. So super excited to continue collecting these pins. And the last item in this box, of course, is the book. It is What the Woods Took by Courtney Gold. This is another physically heavy book. Like, I struggled to get this out of the box with one hand. So we have this beautiful woodsy cover, and on the back it says, if you're reading this, send help, which is kind of a scary way to start it. Beautiful sprayed edges. We do have some artwork on the inside. This is definitely giving Wicked. When you see the cover, you'll understand why. So we've got this black and green going on here. There's artwork on the inside and the back cover as well. And let's take a look at the synopsis for this book. So Devin Green wakes in the middle of the night to find 2 men in her bedroom. No stranger to a fight, she calls to her foster parents for help, but it soon becomes clear this is a planned abduction, one everyone but Devin signed up for. She's shoved in a van and driven deep into the Idaho woods, where she's dropped off with a cohort of equally confused teens. Finally, 2 camp counselors inform them that they've all been enrolled in an experimental therapy program. If the campers can learn to change their self-destructive ways and survive a 50-day hike through the wilderness, they'll come out the other side as better versions of themselves, or so the counselors say. Devin is immediately determined to escape. She's also determined to ignore Sheridan, the cruel-mouthed, lavender-haired bully who mocks every group exercise. But there's something strange about these woods. Inhuman faces appearing between the trees, visions of people who shouldn't be there flashing in the leaves, and when the campers wake up to find both counselors missing, therapy becomes the least of their problems. Stranded and left to fend for themselves, the teens quickly realize they'll have to trust each other if they want to survive. But what lies in the woods may not be as dangerous as what the campers are hiding from each other. And if the monsters have their way, no one will leave the woods alive. So that is a like Hunger Games-esque situation here, but for therapy. So I'm really interested in all of the plot elements that were just introduced there, but definitely check this one out for sure. and see what is gonna happen to these teens. I'm concerned about them. That's everything in the December Owlcrate box, so let's go ahead and move on to Illumicrate. The theme for December 2024 is Ride or Die. Got my handy dandy spoiler card ready to go, so let's take a look at all of the items inside this box. First item inside is this mug inspired by Jade City, which honestly I've heard amazing things about, but I'm slightly intimidated by because I know it's much more like high fantasy, urban fantasy. I think there's a complex magic system, so I've just been a little bit intimidated to start that series, but I definitely want to check it out. And looking at the artwork on this mug, which is like one of the first things that I'm actually seeing Jade City related, definitely makes me want to check it out even more. Next, we have this Ride or Die desk calendar. This is the one I'm looking forward to every year. So inside we have some Ride or Die duos. We have From a Darker Shade of Magic, Legends and Lattes, A Tempest of Tea, The Falconer, A Master of Gin, Feybound. We have, the Dragon Republic, Darkest Mercy, Bride, love that book, and The Last Hour Between Worlds, which we just unboxed in my last unboxing video, I think, and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So I love, I get so excited to like switch the calendar every month and see what the new artwork is. Even if it's not something I'm familiar with, I get really excited about it. So I can't wait to use this calendar. Next up, we have this embroidered pouch inspired by The Last Hour Between Worlds. This is a nice fun pouch because it's not really, it doesn't look like it's designed for anything in particular. So I think you could use it for like a makeup bag, for like a pencil case. You could use it for like text storage. So it's a good size to use for a variety of objects, and it's super soft. I love that. Last bookish item in the box, we have a bookmark set inspired by the Raven Cycle. I've not read it, but these are the characters, I think. I do have a book cover with these on, so it seems kind of like a familiar concept, but these are from the Raven Cycle. I love the design. I love the artwork on these bookmarks, so I'm always excited to get a set, even if I've not read the book that they're inspired by. I just love looking at the details on them. The book for this month, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this title correctly. It's Hamajang Luck by Mikana Yamamoto. This is such a fun cover, and it seems very tribal, but then there's like a rocket ship on it, which is awesome. And on the back it says 8 misfits, 2 X's, 1 last heist. So sprayed edges, gorgeous. Let's take a look at the artwork on the inside. So it's a heist book for sure, and it does mention that there are 8 of them. So I think these are the first 4. And then on the back we have the other 4. And then the cover is almost like a blueprint, so that's really fun. And we've got the blue and gold again that I've been loving. So that's really cool. Let's take a look at the synopsis of this book. Eddie is done with crime. 8 years behind bars, changes a person, costs them too much time with too many of the people who need them most. And it's all Angel's fault. She sold Eddie out in what should have been the greatest moment of their lives. Instead, Eddie was shipped off to the icy prison planet, pinning far below the soaring sky bridges and neon catacombs of Kepler's space station of home to spend the best part of a decade alone. But then a chance for early parole appears out of nowhere, and Eddie steps into the pallid sunlight to find none other than Angel waiting, and she has an offer. One last job, one last deal, one last target. The trillionaire tech god they failed to bring down last time. There's just one thing Eddie needs to do. Trust Angel again. Which also happens to be the last thing Eddie wants to do. What could possibly go all Hamajang about this plan? So I don't really know what that means, but it sounds like an incredibly fun heist story that takes part in space. It sounds like a really awesome world, and I can't wait to dive into it. I feel like I've said this before, I don't think I read enough heist books because I really enjoy them and I get really excited about them, but they're not something that I gravitate towards. I have a couple of other books that are heist books that I just kind of ignore, and I think maybe I just need to like force myself to read them, but I don't think I'm gonna have to force myself to read this. I think it's gonna be a really easy decision to make because it sounds like such an exciting idea. So I can't wait to pick this one up. That is the end of this video. I am super excited about all of the items in these 2 boxes and I can't wait to use them and to check out these books. And that is the end of this video. If you've read any of the books, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially if I need to prioritize one of these books over something else that I'm reading. So thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.